Hello, it's Randy Duck and we're back again for another video. This time I have 4 replays for you in the Tier 9 medium tank, the Chinese medium tank, the WZ-120. And as the title will tell you, this is the 3rd mark of excellence. So we got obviously the 3 videos leading up to the mark, and then the one where we achieved the 3 mark of excellence. I have already got some videos up of this tank on my channel, and if you've watched that, that will basically say what gun I'm running and the reason why. But just to summarise, basically this tank I don't run the top gun, the big gun, because the reason being, although it has bigger alpha, it has worse DPM, and not only that, it only has, the biggest reason why, it only has 3 degrees of gun depression, which is really, honestly, it makes this tank awful to play when you're playing with that 3 degrees of gun depression, and the gun's a little bit trolly as well. However, if you use a smaller gun with a 320 alpha, the gun's actually, it's got really good DPM, and you actually comes with 5 degrees of gun depression rather than that 3. So it makes this tank a lot more enjoyable to play. Now, this tank, what I would say about it is, I'm not going to rave about the tank and sort of say how good it is, because it's not one of those tanks really. It's just, it's got a very bad reputation, and a lot of people don't like this tank and don't think it's very good at all. But I think a lot of that's based off people using sort of the bigger gun. If you use the smaller gun like I am in this one, especially in Synth 6.0 with all the buff to the accuracy, it's really not that bad at all. It's just average, basically. Is what I say about it. It's just an average tank up at that point. It's got DPM, but it's still only got 5 degrees gun pressure. But one thing it does do, being Chinese, is get set on fire a lot through the front of the tank. But that's just part of the parcel of being Chinese medium. So we're on one of the Cowbang maps, absolutely awful map for World War II mode, but we've been over that, haven't we? No one really likes, very few people like these type of maps in World War II. Unfortunately, they are still in our game, but hopefully at one point they might get removed and just keep Cold War only. Having said that, on Cowbang from this spawn, this is the position I like to take. Mainly because at the start of the game, you've noticed I'm on 2000 assistance. The most of that was from spotting the E5 heavy tank, and the artillery giving me assistance, and that's why I take this position early on, because you often get quite a bit of support from your enemy team, and if you're spotting like from a distance, basically you're spotting stuff to give you assistance, especially if you've got your artillery in. As you see there, that S-Barn has finished off the E5 for me. And we've had a pretty decent start to this game, haven't we? This is what we want when we're going for a 3rd mark. We've got sort of 2,400 assistance. I think it's like 1.5, also 1,800 damage. So already we're above the 3 mark threshold for this, requirements for this tank. So anything more to this now is going to increase the mark. So that's exactly what we do. We've got this 60 TP stuck in them open. We've got them in a crossfire, and we're just trying to get shots in where we can. It's a little bit awkward. I don't really want to get slapped by this guy because he does have a big nasty gun, so I'm being a little bit careful, and I'm trying to shoot through the bushes to keep myself unlit. Unfortunately I did get lit. He's now paying attention, but he is getting shut down by our team and eventually gets taken out by the chisel. So it's a pretty close game, right, isn't it? So I think it's 8-9 at the moment. So it's been pretty close all the way through. It does. Well, at this point, I'm kind of thinking, as you see, my friend is just pinged up in the corner of the map. I'm suspecting that I need to go back and defend the base. But what I want to do just before I leave is just have a little pop up here, just to see if there's anything coming behind me, just so I gave myself a little bit more chance to get any assistance if that was the case. But now I know no one's coming from behind me. I'm going to push forward now, and I'm trying to get across basically at this point to get back to just cut the guys off. See if I spot anything trying to cross coming to our base. because obviously at some point I am going to have to come back and defend the base. But as I was doing this, I spotted this leopard, and I spotted our friendly tank is basically being, I think it's a Lorraine. He's obviously dumped his clip and he's getting chased down by this leopard, or he's engaging it now. So I'm thinking I'm going to see if I can help him out, get a few shots in, because ideally I'd like to keep that guy in the game, as well as I'd like to take out the leopard. But unfortunately I bounced that shot, which is a real shame. So I'm trying to get this one in. We aim that one, we do get it in, but we don't manage to finish him off. He's got 140 health left. We're going to try and finish him off. If we snapshot, we do, which is nice. And now we've got this manticore left. Now, if this manticore comes in a straight engagement with me, he doesn't have the best DPM, so I'll be confident I'll be able to kill him. So I did want to chase him down. But as chasing down, we spot this S-barn. Now, this is a problem with not having the gun pressure, you know. I could overextend up on this ridge to get a shot into him, but I thought if I did that, he might be able to swing around and put a shot into me, and I definitely don't want to be taking one from the S-barn. So it didn't seem worth it, considering he's already going to die to our team, and we'll wait till he's died, and now we're going to move on. We're basically just heading straight back to the base, because it's kind of obvious that's where they're going to be, but I'm fairly confident that, you know, not going to cap, we've got people close by. But as we was heading back, the fun police almost sent us to jail. He took a big chunk of our hit points, but fortunately for us, we're still in the game, and we still got 704 hit points left, so it could have been worse. Basically, if that hit our engine deck, we could have died to it. So let's just count ourselves lucky, I guess. This light tank's coming in. We want to try and prioritise him first. We're sort of waiting for him to come up, but we don't spot him, so I'm thinking maybe he's taking a longer route out. I was hoping he was going to come in front of me, but it looked like he's already got behind me unlit, so we're going to make sure we get a shot into him now, because he's put sort of one shot. He's running, but he's running sort of the way I can get a shot into him, and we managed to finish him out. Now this game is basically done. We just got this STI-1 in front of us, and we just want to get as many shots into the rear of this tank now, maybe set them on fire, to get as much damage as we can. So we get one in, we get a second one in, but at the same time we get slapped by RTD, and basically lost all its hit points. But so yeah, this game, there's one tank left. I mean, we're going to win this now. It's just the artillery. We're just hoping if we can find the first, we're just going to make a beeline for him. But it's been a big decent game, isn't it? We've got sort of 3,000 assistance, 3,600 damage. So that's definitely going to do a nice sort of chunk towards our process for the mark. I think at this point it was only my first mark, but still I want to try and get through it as quickly as I can. Yeah, just trying to find this little piggy, find the fun police. But it looks like I've not been able to find him first, and our friendly TVP has, so he gets the glory. He gets to slay the piggy for that one. But yeah, that's it for the first replay. So let's see how we got on, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, yeah, so we've got 3 kills, 3,698 damage, 1,707 XP, and we've got like over 3k assistance. We did actually pick up the ace tank on this one as well. Unfortunately, I stopped recording a little bit too early, so you just have to believe me. But I will see you in a bit for the next replay. Hello, so here we are for replay number 2. And this time we're on Vineyards, and we're on multi-base assault. We are the defending team, and honestly this is kind of shows why the multi-base assault, I don't even know if that balance really, especially for this spawn. And this replay hopefully we can show you what to do if you do get this spawn and you're in a medium tank. Essentially, they've got to attack, they've got to come to us, so naturally you're going to have a lot of our team sort of sit back and sort of snipe them. So what I want to do is push forward as aggressively as I can, in the safe knowledge that people will be able to shoot, which I spot. And the reason I want to do this aggressively quickly is because I want to stop the enemy pushing too close to us and sort of getting us stuck in the, so we're just stuck in the corner of the map. I don't really want that to happen, so I'm going to push it aggressive as I can, knowing that there's no RC, knowing that there's this ridge in front of me, where I'm able to hopefully sort of spot up stuff and, you know, use the ridge to duck in behind cover and keep myself safe. You know, there's no fun police which is going to ruin the parade from above, so we only have to worry about tanks which can physically shoot us, which obviously, you know, see us basically to be able to get shots in. So what I'm doing, I'm using this ridge to keep myself safe at the moment for the guys in front of me, and meanwhile trying to get shots into people who've made a mistake, like that Progetto who's pushed way too early through the centre of the map too quickly, and you know, we're able to already pick up 600 odd damage and, you know, 700 assistance, and you know, the assistance is still coming in. So this is good. So I've detected these tanks. They can't really get shots onto me unless I'm overextended. So I just want to get as many shots as I can. But I'm going to move into this other position now because I've seen this sort of rock over here with this ridge, and you know, noticing that the most of the team is on the right hand side, I should be able to now get crossfire shots into them, such as that. While still trying to keep the stuff in front of me lit. It's important for me to keep poking up like this as much as I can to make sure I proxy spot anything which comes in front of me as well, because I don't want, you know, if I don't want them to rush. Like, at the moment, if I keep them lit and they don't get me by surprise, then I'll spot them and then they'll be able to get shot at before they go over to full commit speed, if you like. You notice each time I'm poking up here, I'm having a little scan. You know, that guy got detected on the left, so I was just sort of having a little scan, seeing could he shoot me from where he is, and at the moment he would have no shots onto me unless he moves. So I'm constantly sort of scanning to make sure people can't shoot me, while leaving my gun pointed to where I'm, you know, where I'm focusing at, where I'm going to try and get shots in. You know, and each time I'm poking here, I am spotting new targets and I'm getting more assistance damage, as well as, you know, able to get shots in. You can see there, this is why having I guess the 5 degree gun depression is a little better than the 3, because I'm able to use this a little bit more effective. I've still got to poke up quite high because 5 degrees obviously isn't great. But if I was in something, you know, like a Valor or something with 10 degrees, this position would be awesome with, you know, because I could actually just abuse the beauty of the turret when there's no fun police in the game. But you know, yeah, so this is what I mean. These got whizzies and stuff now. I've spotted in front of me. They can't just full send on me because they've got stuff they'll get shot at basically. But this light tank's now made the play down the side, so he's my priority 1 now, because I don't want anything getting behind me, which just forces me to completely turn around. So I want to kill him as quickly as I can while I've got the opportunity to. Between me and the QL, he gets shut down. And already now we've got, you know, 2,000 assistance, 2,000 damage. So we've achieved the 3 mark requirements, and now we're just trying to, you know, get more as much as we can. Every, you know, as long as this game keeps going on, it's getting more and more likely that we're going to get a win. We've got 13-7 at the moment, and you know, the less numbers they get, the harder they're going to find to push our base. Basically, if we pushed up like this, we've basically got a gun line behind us. And it's just a little bit awkward. The attacking team's always going to have a difficult time on this one, to be honest with you. So we're seeing if we can get shots into this medium. We can't quite get a shot, so we're going to move up now, but so we can. And we're getting a few shots in, forcing him to go back behind cover. Keep moving up to see if we get a shot, but it's not possible now because this rock's preventing us. So we're going to move up, and like I say, this is just get as much as we can time. We're just getting shots wherever we can. We've got this ridge, you know, take the guys on the left, while we can still get shots into the right, basically. So I don't really need to worry about the guys on the left at the moment, because they're not really putting any pressure on me. But you know, this we spot this pattern now, and he looks like he's coming straight for me. We try and get a shot into the tip of the drive-through. We just get a shot into him, which is, you know, really nice. But now, you know, it's us 30 versus 2. I'm just going to push in. I've got full hit points at this point. You know, it doesn't matter if anyone shoots me. I bounced that one because I should have gone for the lower plate. That's my mistake, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just going to push straight in now. Really don't care if he shoots me. I'm just going to make sure I get my shot in as we do. And yeah, we're just going to hopefully get the kill shot. Do we get in? No, backtrack takes him out. But yeah, that's it, the end of that replay. So what's left is to get to the results screen and see exactly how we did. So we've got 1 kill, we've got 4,469 damage, we've got 2,400 assistance. We achieved the ace tanker, we got the second mark of excellence, and yeah, that just hopefully that sort of demonstrates that map. But that's it for that one, so I will see you in a bit for replay number 3. Hello, so we're back again for replay number 3, and this time we're on Cliff, and we are on another multi-base, and we are the attacking team. There is no fun police again in this one, which is obviously brilliant, for the obvious reasons. So we are going to decide to push immediately into the bowl on this one. We've got a good spawn for it. To be honest, this is the first time I played multi-base assault on Cliff in a pub game. I was just going to full send the middle where someone's just pinged and just take that position first off, because it seemed like the best place to get early damage, and from there I could see what we can work out what to do from there. But that's my immediate choice. So obviously this is a scary part, isn't it? When you're trying to push the bowl, you're just hoping for the best, that you don't just get destroyed entering. But we've made it in. We get a shot into that medium. Unfortunately, he didn't have the best of times. So now we're going to push up here as quickly as we can to spot to see if there's anything coming in for us. And we do. There's a E6, which obviously has insane DPM, so we've got to be very careful of him. And there's also a machine, so we've got to be a little bit careful. We're not going to overextend too much, because obviously we don't really have the gun depression, so I don't want to get caught out and tracked by the machine and sort of lose all my hit points. So we're trying to make the most of what depression we do have. This seems to be the best sort of angle for it, and it's sort of working. We're able to get sort of snipe their cupolas, and we've got we're just trying to expose as little as we can, and also wait until they're basically shooting off friendly tanks, which allows us to then get a shot in. So yeah, we've got a few shots in, trying to get a kill shot. We just managed it off. So this machine we already know has dropped this clip, so he's going to get destroyed by our team. We pushed around there, and our team's done really well here. We've now taken control of the map, and this is obviously the danger when you camp down the 1-2. All the enemy team who are down there are just sort of stuck now, basically with no map control, with enemies looking all over them. So that's obviously the danger when you decide that you're just going to stay in the 1-2, which especially when there's no RT in the game, you really got no reason to do that. But it's good for us, because it's going to make this game a lot easier. We spotted this T-57 heavy. Now I pulled back because I was like, oh, that's a nasty tank, but by the looks of it, he's AFK, and I'm gonna, I'm going for the third mark of excellence here, so I'm going to abuse this and just get as much damage as I can. I'm trying to, I am actually spotting a few of the stuff down the 1-2 as well, so I'm picking up a bit of assistance, and we're just going to make sure we get as many shots of this T-57 basically, just to rack up our damage. So we're going to see if we can get the kill shot, but get shut down by our team. We're smashing this really. Our team is smashing this. It's 15-7. It's one of those games where you have to be very quick with your actions to make sure you stay, with the damage, and otherwise the game can really get ahead of you so quickly in these sort of games. So I was judging where the next bit of damage, where's the best bit of getting damage. I was toying with going down there, but I saw how many of my team was there. We spotted this STA1 with a pattern over there, the tier 9 pattern, and I think, you know what, let's let our team deal with the guys down the 1-2, and we can just full send as quickly as we can now down here, because these are very healthy tanks, and we want to get damage into them. So we're going to go down there, just going to full send. We obviously will have the support of our team, so it's just going in. Unfortunately, I sort of took that shot as I hit a little bump, and we missed that shot, but we're going to get one into the STA. I'm fairly healthy as well, so I'm just going to poke around now. Doesn't really matter if I eat another shot, especially from the STA1, but we do eat one, we then take him out, and now there's 2 tanks left. It's just go time, keep pushing in. Don't want to let this guy get away from us, don't want to let him push into our friendly team, because we want to, selfishly, we want the damage for our mark. So he's going to turn into us, give us a little ram. We know we've got the beating of this guy now, especially with our team coming in behind us, so we just want to, it's just farming. And then annoyingly, we obviously take him out, which is great, but that Emil decides that rather than to let us get any more damage, he's going to jump off and kill himself, which is always a bit frustrating when people do that. I always prefer to stay and fight myself, but you know, that is what it is. Can't control it. So that's it for that one. All that's left to see how we got on. So we've got 3 kills, we've got 5,084 damage. We got the ace tanker. We got you know, we saw on the second mark. We got 1,000 assistance. So yeah, pretty decent game going towards our mark. But that's it for this one, and we've got one final replay, which is of course the one where we achieve our third mark of excellence. So I'll stop rambling and I'll see you in a bit for the final replay of the video. Hello, so here we are for the final replay of the video, and of course it's the one where we achieve our third mark of excellence. Now we're on highway and we're on the good spawn, the spawn we want, and this is a prime example of what can happen when you get the decent spawn on highway and when you have good cover, like you have a good, you know, devil in the sky, you know, the fun police, when you have a good one of those, and you have some nice TDs, which we end up having on this game, it just shows you what you can achieve from this spawn when everything goes perfectly, which does happen in this replay. So we've got highway, we've got the good spawn, and what am I talking about? What I'm talking about is assistance damage. I'm going to push very aggressively early on, straight under that bridge, spot things as quickly as I possibly can. I want to be the first person to spot everything, because that means I'm going to get the assistance. Now you've noticed they don't really have any pesty lights on this one, which is great because I'm not going to, it's unlikely I'm going to get full scent at the start, and it also means a good chance I'll be the one spotted. So straight off the bat, move into position, we spotted a tank, we've also spotted this SU. So we're going to move straight up on this ridge early doors to get the spots, and what a great start to the game. The second I got to that position, this is what I'm talking about, I picked up 1,400 assistance. Now that, when you're going for a third mark and you get that straight off the bat, that is brilliant really. That's exactly what you want. You get a good feeling for the game. You're thinking this could be alright. At this point I was like, I think I needed like 2% for this game. But we move up, we get another spot, and we can see this medium's coming in for us. But it's not a problem. I'm just going to back up, let him come in, because he's obviously got issues. So we're going to get some shots into him, and yeah, he's made a mistake here, isn't he? So we're going to get a few shots in. We're just going to make sure we don't want him to get away for that. So we get a shot in, we actually track him in place there, and he quickly gets shut down by a waffle. But we've now got 900 damage, 1,600 assistance, and yeah, it's been the dream start really. Everything, like I say, is gone well. Now I want the Centurion to die very quickly because I want to get the assistance, but I didn't want anyone else to push up here first, so I'm going to push up basically, as I keep saying, I want to be the first one spotting things because I want the assistance for myself. So that's exactly what happened. We pop it, we spot another couple of things, and boom, here comes our fun police to unfortunately deny some fun for the that poor heavy tank, but to give me some fun because I've just got another 1,000 assistance. So we're going to pop up on this ridge and again just keep spotting them, spotting tanks to see what we can get, see if we can get any more assistance, and yeah, just keep spotting. And that's exactly what just happened here. Our friendly Death Star is just slapped someone and given us another 1,000 assistance, thereabouts, and already won 4,500 assistance, 1,000 odd damage. It's been a dream start to a 3 mark, and I went into this game thinking I needed 2%, so I was never really my intention of thinking I would 3 mark this game. I was just thinking, just get a decent game, make sure it doesn't drop, etc. But now I'm thinking, well, you know what, there's 11 tanks left and we've got a lot on the board already. We could 3 mark it this game, we could get 2%. We just need to be careful, not do anything stupid. We know we've got artillery which is helping us. We know we've got tanks spotting stuff. So just keep poking up. You know, don't worry about being over aggressive for the damage. Just make sure we spot stuff, and obviously if shots present themselves when we're poking, take them. But I'm not going to fully aim them. My main priority is getting that assistance, getting that spotting assistance, and we'll get the damage later on when it's not so much stuff looking at us when we're peeking, basically, because all I want to do is proxy and spot. So I'll keep taking this position. A little bit wary they have fun police, but as well, so I don't really want to get shot in. But I'm on a ridge. It's a difficult shot, not impossible, and there's a lot of other stuff they could be shooting at. So I'd like to think I wouldn't be the priority here. So I'm just going to keep spotting, but a lot of our tanks has moved up now. So I'm going to move to a different sort of area, just a little bit different, so I can spot some, see if I can spot any fresh targets, which might give me a bit more assistance, because obviously I know we're spotting that side. And as we do, we then picked up another 1,000 assistance by that Death Star. So I've got to thank him for this game, because he's really helped me out towards my mark. I'm now up 6,500 assistance, and there's still a lot to go, lot to go in this game. So, like I say, this is why we love this spawn when everything goes right. This is obviously the dream scenario. We're poking up, we're getting assistance. It doesn't always happen like this. You don't always have big games like this, but generally speaking, for this squad, you do seem to have decent games more often than not from doing this sort of position. Well, at least I've found. The danger is when you push aggressively is you don't know it's just going to full send you, etc. And you hope your team's just there going to support you. But the information I did have, knowing that there wasn't really any light tanks in the game, that gave me a little bit more safe knowledge that it was less likely that was going to be able to happen to me. So yeah, but now I'm moving over. We've seen this Death Star crossing. We want to get shots into him because obviously he's got a nasty gun. We've got one in. We'll keep poking to see if we can spot him again, or just see if we can spot anything to get some more assistance. Just keep it going. We'll see if we can get a shot in. He's crossing. We do go for another shot. Maybe I should have a chance to track wheel shot, and we could have finished him off because now he's in cover. But either way, we've got a shot in, but we just need to take a mental note that he is there, because obviously I don't want to get slapped by him and ruin this good game we're having. Unfortunately, that chieftain pokes up and gets a shot into me running away, but we do light him up, and then I believe our fun police just slaps him, and now I'm on 7,500 damage and sort of 1,700 assistance, I think, thereabouts. So I'm thinking there's a chance I've already free marked it, but there's a lot to go, in this game still. So I want to just make sure I can get the most out of it as I can, really. Make sure we keep going. There was part of me thinking, I'd love to get the 10k assistance mark now. It'd be really nice. And we are just keep picking up spots to keep getting a little bit of assistance. I have got slapped now. I'm on 900 hit points, so I'm obviously fighting tier 10 tanks. So I've been a little bit careful. But it's getting to a situation where the enemy team are getting surrounded now. I can see our Lorraine's already poked this hill, so I'm going to get up high, and this is a bit where we're going to go in. And this is a bit in a minute. I'm not going to say I make a mistake, but I was a bit confused of what my team done, and I'll explain it in a minute. So we know it's a time now where we surround them. They're in all sorts of trouble, so we're going to poke up, kill the SU. And now, there's 3 tanks here, 4 tanks including me, and there's 1 chieftain. So I was kind of expecting our team just to go in on him and just kill him. He only had 1,000 hit points left, or 1,300. So I just put myself in a position where I was going to stand directly in front of him, let him keep shooting me, but let me trade out the shots. But I did that because I thought my team was going to go in. I didn't know that all 4 tanks were going to ignore the tank which was directly in front of him, like within 10 metres of him, and just go for the RT. So I was a little bit confused of what happened. I was expecting him to die, which is why I didn't try to defend myself in any way. I was happy to use my hit points, what I had left. But we still got a couple of shots into him. It's just a shame. Had I known they was going to do that, I would have played it a little bit differently and tried to got all his hit points myself. But it is what it is. It's still been a really good game. And as you see there, we've got 2 kills, 2,695 damage. Ace tanker, the 3rd mark. Obviously we've got the scout medal because we got just shy of 8,000 assistance. So been a really good game, and it's really nice when you end those 3 mark games, you know, on a game like that. So I really hope you enjoyed the video as always, and thank you so much for watching. So as always, folks, happy tanking.